Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of the Modicon EdgeIO training. I'm your host, Leandro Mal, and in this video what we're going to see is how we can integrate the Modicon EdgeIO with the Modicon M580. Okay, so in this particular case, what I'm going to do is to use a NOC card next to the M580 CPU, but the process will be the same for the CPU. The only consideration will be on the configuration of the Modicon EdgeIO to enable the VLAN, so we can use this on the Rio. Okay, but I will show that. So the first thing that we need to do is to access to my EdgeIO. I'm going to show you my screen now. Yeah. So I'm going to access to the Modicon EdgeIO that I have next to me, which is that one. So security admin, and then forgot this automation one. No, administrator one. Yeah, it's this one, administrator one after X. Okay, so what we're going to do is to check which is the actual configuration. Online, we're going to be online with this one. So here you can see there's one with some issues. Okay, standard power supply error detected, which is fine. There is no power supply going to the digital output, so I can deal with that. But I want to show you how this one works. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to change a few things here. So I'm going to use Modicon TCP in order to connect with the Modicon M580 NOC card. So this IP address is going to be just fine for me. What I need to change is this part, the return IP to Modicon TCP. And then if you are going to use on the Rio network, okay, just need to enable this part. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to be offline. I'm going to disable this part for the moment. I'm going to go only to the NOC. So here I'm going to use Modicon TCP. Okay, on the Iceland setup, all we need to do is to enable the Modicon TCP server. If you don't have this enabled, this is not going to work. Okay, and these three are more for the M262. We can check it later. So yeah, I believe that's it. Then you of course need to check all the things that you have here, but for the moment it's going to be just fine. So what I'm going to do is to be online now to download this. Yes, download the configuration to an IM. It's just checking the protocol. Okay, good. I leave this into in voltage, because if I was current, then I should be able to see another error. But okay, 17 voltage. So I got the Modicon EdgeIO already configured. If you don't know how to make the configuration, please check the workshop, and also please check the previous videos. Now I got this and I got the IP address, it's time for me to program the Control Expert. So file, I'm going to create a new one. This one is let's wait for it. It's M580 4040. I'm gonna run with a NOC 301. Okay, so 4040. I'm using this. The power supply is 3020. I'm going to replace this one. 3020. I'm going to use the communication, the NOC 301. My NOC. Good. So something very important here when you work on this is the version of the Control Expert. You must use version 16.2 or higher, and the firmware version, software version for the M580 must be 4.40 or higher. Otherwise, the DTM that is embedded on the Control Expert will not work. Okay, DTM for the EdgeIO is on that version. So the other thing that we need to do is to check to change this part for the project. So we just need to replace this. Well, I'm going to use administrator 1 asterisk administrator right administrator 1 asterisk. Okay, otherwise you will receive a error message. Administrator 1 administrator. Okay, apply. So now what I need to do is to play with, I'm going to unlock the securities. I need to configure the IP address of this. So do the preemptives like this, just to try to match the one I have on my network. Okay, look, the NOC service, that one, and the review has the other one. Okay, and the NOC has the 57. So I got this configure here. Admin check. Fine. Now I'm going to use the NOC. I'm going to use 192.168.0.57. 255.1. Okay. Yes. So I have configured this IP address, which is totally fine. It's in the same range. Happy days. I have already configured this part, so I believe we can build. It should be no errors. Okay. So now what we need to do is to use the DTM browser. Okay. Here you have the possibility to add here the EdgeIO. Okay. Or in my case, I'm going to use the NOC. So I'm going to add the NOC here, add the EdgeIO, add DTM. It's going to be my EdgeIO, or whatever name you want to do. I'm going to add it here. You will add this EdgeIO with a random, not random, but in the same range from the IP address that we need to change. So if we go here, if you click on the NOC, then we should be able to find below here the EdgeIO. And here we should be able to change the IP address, which is the 90. It's going to be our. Okay. I know you're using DHCP. That's an option, but I'm not doing it that way. Okay. Apply. Okay. The other thing that we need to check later is the security. So I'm going to unlock it so I'm able to connect later. I'm going to open it again. Go here. I'm going to use my port for the PC. Is this one, if I'm not wrong? This will allow me to connect to the EdgeIO over here. Okay, so switch. I'm going to activate the backplane in my case. Okay, so now I have added my EdgeIO device, but it doesn't have anything inside. So what I'm going to do is to add another one just to show you what I meant. So one way to start with this is to start delete me. We will add another one. Okay, you can double click over here. You can import from somewhere. Okay, so let's have a look here. I'm going to be offline. I'm going to download this configuration. Yeah. And then I should be able to create a new one, okay, or open an existing one. Let me just go to downloads, open this. We have the same configuration. This is one way to do it. And if you're doing it that way, probably it's gonna be easy because you are connected first with the Modicon EdgeIO. You can make a scan and create configuration. Then you just download it and then upload it here. That's one way. Or start from scratch. That's all one option. As soon as you, okay, and apply, it will create an interface for you to take a look at the things. So we just need to select device DDT, and you can see the structure DDTM. Here you have digital inputs with the channel. Okay, and then if you want to assign this to any other position, you can use an alias. So for example, I don't know, emergency stop 001, and let me check the alias. To check that. Here, digital input, value input. Yeah, I know. Needs to be eBool. Now it's going to work. Digital input, value. And then it's linking this one to this one directly. And you don't need to use the whole path, just this, to use this variable. This is one way to do it. Okay. Delete. Yes. So now what I'm going to do is to delete this one and show you another one to retrieve information. Okay, I'll delete that one, and the structure for device DT has disappeared. So now what I'm going to do is to connect to this one. So what I'm going to do is to load data from device. So first I need to set the IP address. Was TCP 192.168.0.57. I'm connected already to the NOC car. In this case, this connection. Build and see if it asks me or it allows me to upload early. So what I'm going to do, right click, load data from device. So let me just show you it doesn't have anything. There is no configuration at all, which is fine. So now my idea is to load data from device. Probably asks me password. So the password is the one I used before, which is security admin. Here, administrator 1 asterisk. Yep. Way connected. Yeah. Okay. Let me just connect with the CPU, download the transfer project, and then I make the upload. And then I'm going to log out from here, just in case. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to load data from device. Yeah. Security admin, administrator 1. So it's loading data from the device now. and if we create one structure, there we go, we create a structure. Now if I double click here, because I'm lying, okay, then I need to disconnect. If I disconnect, close this part, and open it here, still connected, disconnect, I see the configuration. Okay, so I need to build this because this is the configuration needs to be done offline. Then I'm going to connect. I'm going to transfer this. So now I'm going to create an animation table. Here you can see that this one is connected, it is fine. Okay, so if I remove it, that one should go to 0. Just to show you that I'm connected to something and it's real. Then the EdgeIO, all information about what's going on. Digital inputs is in this one. Okay. Value 0. And then digital output. We have this, but I don't have the power supply for the digital output, so even if I try to turn this on, it will not allow me. I shouldn't be able to see anything there. No lights, because I need the power supply. No, but this is just to show you how we can communicate. As you see, it's very easy and very straightforward. Okay. The next step would be to use NOS card. Let me just show you that. But this is for the using the NOC card next to the M580. So as you saw, very straightforward how to make the connection of the Modicon EdgeIO into the M580. We must use the latest version of the Control Expert, starting from the 16.2, and also the latest firmware from the Modicon M580 starting for the 4.40. Okay, otherwise you cannot use the DTM in order to make this much easier. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video, and I see you on the next one.